Friends, today we shall discuss integration using trigonometric identities, part 2 of exercise 7.3 for the students of class 12. So let us proceed now. Our first question is question number 10. What is the integration of sine raised to power 4x of dx? So first of all, which identity is to be followed here? We know that cos of 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So what we can say here now, 2 sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos of 2 theta. So accordingly, what we need now, we need to square both sides. So what happens, we can say here in this question, sine square of x its whole square dx. From here we can find the value of sine square x, which is equal to 1 minus cos of 2x divide 2. So here we substitute that value, 1 minus cos of 2x whole divide 2 its whole square. Okay, now opening this square, we have 1 minus 2 cos 2x plus cos square of 2x whole divide 4. So once again we follow the identity, cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So from here what we can say? We can say cos square theta is equal to cos 2 theta plus 1 divide 2. So changing this time, theta becomes 2x. So we say cos square of 2x is equal to cos of 2 theta mean 4x plus 1 upon 2. So this is the second identity of cos 2 theta we are going to apply in the question. So this is now 1 upon 4 outside 1 into dx minus 2 upon 4 outside, we have cos of 2x into dx. Lastly, plus 1 upon 4, in place of cos square 2x we write here cos of 4x plus 1 upon 2 into dx. So this way finally we can find the solution of this question now. What the integration of 1 is, this is 1 upon 4 into x. Next is minus 1 upon 2. Integration of cos 2x is sine of 2x divide derivative of 2x, which is 2. Further 1 upon 4 into 2 becomes 1 upon 8. Integration of cos 4x is sine of 4x divide derivative of 4x, which is 4. Last is plus 1 by 4 into 2, 1 upon 8. Integration of 1 is x plus c. So this is the final answer to the question. Now coming to question number 11, we have what is the integration of cos raised to power 4 of 2x dx. So first of all we write this question as equal to cos square 2x its whole square into dx. So from here, which identity is to be followed? We know that cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So we write it as now cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta divide 2. So from this, put value of theta equal to 2x. We have cos square of 2x is equal to 1 plus cos of 2 into 2x mean 4x upon 2. So this is the first identity we are going to follow in the question. So this becomes now integration of 1 plus cos of 4x upon 2 its whole square into dx. So this way we can say this is equal to 1 plus 2 cos of 4x plus cos square of 4x whole divide 4 into dx. Again here, if we put theta is equal to 4x, then we say cos square of 4x is equal to 1 plus cos of 8x upon 2. So again we are going to write this identity here. We have now 1 upon 4 outside, integration of 1 plus 2 upon 4 integration of cos to 4x plus 1 upon 4 integration of cos square of 4x, which is equal to 1 plus cos 8x upon 2 into dx. So this way 1 upon 4 integration of 1 is x plus 2 upon 4 mean 1 upon 2. Integration of cos 4x is sin 4x upon 4 plus 1 upon 4 into 2 1 upon 8. Integration of 1 is x plus integration of cos 8x is sin 8x upon 8 plus c, the constant of integration. Question number 12. What is the integration of sin square x upon 1 plus cos x dx? So first of all, sin square x we can write this as equal to 1 minus cos square x whole divide 1 plus cos of x into dx. Now using the identity a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b, numerator becomes 1 minus cos of x into 1 plus cos x whole divide 1 plus cos x into dx. So this way this factor is common in numerator and denominator get cancelled. So we are left with now integration of 1 minus cos of x into dx, which can be written as integration of 1 minus outside integration of cos x into dx. So final answer, integration of 1 is x minus integration of cos x is sin x plus c, the constant of integration. So x minus sin of x plus c is the final answer. Question number 13, we have integration of cos 2x minus cos 2 alpha whole divide cos x minus cos alpha into dx. So first of all is equal to, what is the meaning of cos 2x? We can write this equal to 2 cos square of x minus 1. Likewise, cos 2 alpha mean 2 cos square alpha minus 1 whole divide cos of x minus cos of alpha into dx. So this way we have 2 cos square of x minus 1 minus 2 cos square of alpha plus 1 whole divide cos of x minus cos of alpha into dx. So plus 1 and minus 1 got cancelled. We are left with now, taking this 2 common, we have cos square of x minus cos square of alpha divide cos x minus cos alpha into dx. So further we write this equal to 2 times cos of x minus cos of alpha into cos of x plus cos of alpha whole divide cos x minus cos alpha into dx. So again what we see, this factor is common in numerator as well as in denominator, so get cancelled. So what we are left with, this is equal to 2 times integration cos of x minus plus cos of alpha into dx. Now my dear students, we can write this as 2 into integration of cos x into dx plus 2 cos alpha. This whole cos alpha is constant, so inside we are left with only 1. So answer is 2 into integration of cos x with respect to x is sin of x plus 2 cos alpha. This cos alpha is constant. Once again I am reminding you, we are left with only 1, and integration of 1 is x plus c, the constant of integration. So final answer becomes 2 sin x plus 2 into x into cos alpha plus c. So this way our question is solved now. Now we have question number 14. Integration of cos of x minus sin x divide 1 plus sin of 2x into dx. So first of all, here what we are going to do, 1 plus sin of 2x. So first of all we write this equal to 1 plus sin 2 theta mean 2 sin x into cos of x. Again what we are going to do, we know that we can write this equal to sin square of, we can write here 1 equal to sin square x plus cos square x. For this one we are writing this identity. So next we are left with 2 sin of x into cos of x. So ultimately sin square x plus cos square x plus 2 sin x into cos x mean sin of x plus cos of x its whole square. Moreover, we can write now 1 plus cos sin 2x, the final value is this. So we apply this value here, cos x minus sin x whole divide sin of x plus cos of x whole square into dx. Now first of all we applied this identity in the denominator, integration using trigonometric identities. So next what we have to think of, we know one rule, f dash x upon f of x dx is equal to log of f of x plus c. So accordingly, or what we can say now, if we take here instead of this identity we put denominator, that is sin of x plus cos of x equal to t. So our next step will be derivative. The derivative of sin x is cos x, derivative of cos x is minus sin of x into dx will become dt. So this whole cos x minus sin x into dx is equal to dt. Now dt divide, this whole is assumed to be equal to t, but its square is also there. So now we can say integration of t raised to power minus 2 into dt. So this is equal to t power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1 plus c. So this is t power minus 1 upon minus 1 plus c. So this is equal to minus 1 upon t plus c is equal to, what is the final value? Minus 1 upon, what is t? T is sin of x plus cos of x plus c is the final answer. Now coming to question number 15, integration of tangent cube 2x secant of 2x into dx. So first of all we write tangent cube 2x equal to tangent square of 2x into tangent of 2x, last this is secant of 2x into dx. Now what we can say, secant square theta minus tangent square theta is equal to 1. So from here we say tangent square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. So first of all we follow this identity in the question. So this becomes is equal to, instead of this tangent square we can say tangent square of 2x, mean to say theta is equal to 2x. So this is equal to secant square of 2x minus 1. So we write this equal to secant square of 2x minus 1 into this whole tangent of 2x into secant of 2x into dx. Now what we do, we put here now secant of 2x is equal to t. So accordingly next step is derivative. Derivative of secant 2x is secant of 2x into tangent of 2x into again the derivative of 2x is 2 into dx is equal to dt. So what we need here, we need to be multiplied here. So we divide by 2. Inside this is now secant square of 2x minus 1 into, we write here 2 because 2 is divided here, 2 is multiplied inside. Writing secant 2x before tangent of 2x into dx. Right? So now applying this rule, 1 upon 2 integration, this first bracket is now t square minus 1 and this whole becomes dt. Very easily now we can find the integration. 1 upon 2 is constant outside. Integration of t square is t power 3 upon 3 minus 1 integration is t plus c. So this is equal to now t cube, t mean secant 2x, secant power 3 of 2x, whole divide 2 into 3, 6 minus t secant of 2x upon this 2 plus c is the final answer. Question number 16 is tangent raised to power 4x dx, its integration. So first of all, we write this question equal to tangent square of x into tangent square of x into dx. Now we follow the rule secant square x minus tangent square x is equal to 1. So this way we can say tangent square of x is equal to secant square x minus 1. So we write this equal to tangent square x into this tangent square x mean secant square of x minus 1 into dx. In the next step we write this equal to multiplying here tangent square of x into secant square of x into dx. Next is minus tangent square x into 1 into dx. So this way again here what we do, in first integrand we put here tangent of x is equal to t. So derivative is secant square of x dx is equal to dt. But in second integrand what we do, we put this value once again secant square x minus 1. So this question becomes, this is equal to tangent square x mean t square, secant square x into dx mean dt for first integrand, minus this becomes secant square x minus 1 into dx. Now we can find the integration of secant square x, which is equal to tangent of x plus c. So we have converted this tangent square x into secant square x minus 1. Now what is the answer? We write this equal to t power 3 upon 3 minus integration of secant square x dx is tangent of x. Next is minus into minus becomes plus. Integration of 1 is x plus c. So finally what we are doing, t, the value of t is tangent x. So we write it equal to tangent power 3x upon 3 minus tangent of x plus c, which is the final answer to this question. Question number 17. Integration of sine power 3x plus cos power 3x upon sine square x into cos square x into dx. This question is very easy. So first of all what we do, we write this equal to sine cube x divide whole denominator sine square x into cos square x. Next term is plus cos cube x, again we write the whole denominator sine square x into cos square x, outside we write dx. So what is we have now, this is equal to only sine x is left in the numerator and in the denominator we have cos square x dx. In second part only one cos of x is left and in denominator sine square x dx. So in two integrands what we do, first of all here we put denominator cos of x is equal to t. So this means we have minus sine of x into dx is equal to dt, or we can say sine of x into dx is equal to minus dt. So first integrand like this, and in second integrand we put denominator sine of x is equal to u. So derivative of sine x is cos of x into dx is equal to du. Now we follow this rule. First integrand becomes integration sin x dx mean minus dt whole divide cos square x mean t square. Next plus sign is there, integration sign cos x dx mean du whole divide sin square x mean u square. So this way we write equal to minus outside integration of t raised to power minus 2 dt plus integration u power 2 minus 2 into du. So this is equal to minus t raised to power minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 upon minus 1 plus u raised to power minus 1 upon minus 1 plus c. So finally minus minus plus 1 upon t minus 1 upon u plus c. So what is the value of t? The value of t is cos x 1 upon cos x minus 1 upon u is sin x plus c. So this is the final answer to the question. Question number 18. Cos 2x plus 2 sin square x upon cos square x into dx. So first of all, cos 2x we can write this equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x. Next we have plus 2 sin square x whole divide cos square x into dx. So what we see now, minus 2 sin square x plus 2 sin square x get cancelled. That is, we are left with 1 only in the numerator. Denominator is cos square x into dx. So this means integration of secant square of x into dx. So this is very easy now. This is equal to tangent of x plus c. Question number 19 is 1 upon sin x into cos power 3x into dx. So first of all, we write this equal to taking this 1 upon cos square x. So denominator is left now sin of x into cos of x, because out of cos power 3x, cos power 2x is taken in the numerator. So this becomes 1 upon cos square x mean secant square x upon sin of x into cos x. So our purpose is now to make denominator tangent x, so that we can put tangent x equal to t, its derivative secant square x into dx will become dt. So numerator we have obtained, but in denominator what we should do, this is now secant square of x into dx upon, in order to make this tangent x, we have to divide sin of x by cos x, but simultaneously we have to multiply by cos of x. So again it was cos of x was already there, so we write this now equal to secant square of x into dx whole divide tangent of x into cos square x. Okay, so this way we have now again 1 upon cos square x, this will become secant square x, already this was secant square x upon tangent of x into dx. So now what to do? Put here tangent x is equal to t. Before that, we write this equal to secant square x again, which is equal to 1 plus, because we follow this rule, secant square x minus tangent square x is equal to 1. So simply secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x into secant square x into dx whole divide tangent of x. So this way now we apply this substitution. We apply this substitution now. That means we write this equal to 1 plus t square into this is dt upon is t. So what is integration of 1 upon t? This is log t, plus t square upon t is 1t, and integration of t is t square upon 2 plus c. So finally what we can write, this is equal to log of t. What is t? This is tangent of x plus t square mean tangent square x upon 2 plus c. Our next question number 20, cos 2x upon cos x plus sin x whole square dx. So first of all, in numerator we follow the identity cos 2 theta can be written as cos square x cos square theta minus sin square theta. So we write here is equal to cos square x minus sin square x whole divide cos of x plus sin of x whole square into dx. So a square minus b square is equal to cos x minus sin of x into cos of x plus sin of x whole divide cos x plus sin x into dx. So we see now this factor is common in numerator and denominator, so get cancelled. So what the integration of but it was the square, so we write this now equal to cos of x minus sin of x whole divide cos of x plus sin of x into dx. Now in denominator put cos of x plus sin of x equal to t. That means derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Derivative of sin x is cos x into dx is equal to dt. So accordingly, minus sin x plus cos x into dx is dt upon t. So this becomes log of t plus c, which is equal to log of what is t? T is cos x plus sin x plus c. This is the final answer. Question number 21. Integration of sine inverse of cos of x into dx. So first of all, because we know that sine of pi by 2 minus x is equal to cos of x, so we follow this identity now. What the name of the chapter is, but topic is integration using trigonometric identities. So here we follow this identity. So we write this now, sine inverse of sine of pi by 2 minus x into dx. So this way sine inverse of sine, this becomes cancelled now. We are left with pi by 2 minus x into dx, because this belongs to pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So what the integration of pi by 2 is? Pi by 2 into x minus integration of x is x square upon 2 plus c. Question number 22 is very important question to the examination point of view. So first of all, how to solve this question? This is tricky question. So here one thing is there, sine a minus b is purely constant. This is purely constant. So what we do, sine we write here as equal to x minus b minus x plus a. This is same now. This is also purely constant because this is same, minus x and plus x cancelled, a minus b. So this way we can write it equal to sine of x minus b minus outside x minus a. So this is equal to sine a minus b. We know that what is sine a minus b. This is equal to sine of a cos of b minus cos of a sin of b. So accordingly this is equal to sin of x minus b x minus a minus cos x minus a minus cos of x minus b into sin of x minus a. So now we substitute this identity here. In this question what we are doing, we are dividing by this constant sin of a minus b and multiplying inside the integration, which becomes sin of x minus b cos x minus a minus cos x minus b into sin x minus a whole divide this denominator cos of x minus a cos of x minus b into dx. So this way we have 1 upon sin of a minus b, which is constant, this is outside. So inside first term divide denominator, cos x minus a will get cancelled. So we are left with sin x minus b divide cos x minus b. Minus sign is next. Cos x minus b cancelled. We are left with sin of x minus a divide cos of x minus a into dx. So this way we see in the first case put denominator cos x minus b equal to t. So derivative is minus sin of x minus b into dx is equal to dt. So here in the second integrand put cos of x minus a equal to u. So derivative is minus sin of x minus a into dx equal to du. So accordingly answer becomes 1 upon sin of a minus b is constant. So inside we have minus sign will be there because of this, minus dt upon t. Next this minus sign is there, so du is this plus du upon u. So finally we have 1 upon sin of a minus b into minus log t plus log u plus c. So what we can write this now, 1 upon sin of a minus b into log u upon t plus c. So what is u? U is cos x minus a. What is t? Cos x minus b. So this can be written as 1 upon sin of a minus b log of cos x minus a upon cos x minus b plus c. So this way our final answer is there. Thank you very much.